Hello, I'm Evan Blaustein, and welcome to another great episode of Cars and Coffee. Today we're at Oceana Coffee in beautiful Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, where we're meeting with a whole group of enthusiasts that are going to talk with us about their love and passion for the automobile. Let's go see who's here.
My car is a 1967 Sunbeam Tiger. It's sort of a semi-exotic. It was an English-built body, and it's American driveline. It's got a small block Ford 260 engine, Ford 4-speed transmission, and a Dana rear. The original prototype was built by Carroll Shelby in 1964. They sent the prototype back to England, and owner of Roots Motors, Lord Roots, decided to build it. So he ordered several thousand V8 engine and transmissions from Ford Motor Company, and then Jensen did the conversion work from an Alpine body to make it a Tiger. My father was an executive with Chrysler, and when they bought a controlling interest in Roots Motors, a friend of his enticed him to go over there to work, and this was his factory field car. And when they stopped producing the Tigers in '67, this was the last one he had. He bought it and kept it. The car is completely original. It has had one repaint, and the bumpers were chrome, but other than that, it's got the original interior, original driveline, everything is original in the car.
Give me a break.
My car is a 1969 MGC. It was a limited production run from the MG plant, late 68, early 69. The MGC is a rare car in the history of MG for the fact that they've produced over 500,000 Bs. They only produced 9,000 Cs, half roadsters, half GTs. And the number left on the road is amazingly low in the country and around the world for that matter. It's a time machine. I had one in high school, same make and model, 3 serial numbers off. Sold it to get married. I started looking for one about 15 years ago, but couldn't find one that interested me. So I reached out to my friend Peter, who I bought my first one from in high school, who lives in California. And he knew of a guy in one of his car clubs that had one and was interested in selling it. So he put us together, and we went back and forth. The guy was an engineer. He's the one who rebuilt it. I had to prove myself worthy to take his car.
This is a 2005 Ford GT. This was built only for 2 model years, 2005 and 2006. They built a total of about 4,040 of them. It was an attempt to recreate the Ford GT, which of course was a famous race car back in the 60s. It was meant to be a halo car. They never meant it to be a big high volume production car. And I think it was really done under the insistence of one of the younger Fords. Midship engine, the engine's in the back. It's powered with a 4.8 liter aluminum block V8. They're rated at 550 horsepower at the factory. It's got a 6-speed manual transmission, it's supercharged with an intercooler. It's almost what you would call a street legal race car. It's got tremendous performance. It'll get you to 60 miles an hour in about 3.3 seconds. Top speed is 205. It does a quarter mile on 130 or something like that. It gets a lot of attention. That's why I got to be careful when I'm on public highways. The color and everything else. I don't dare, push it too much.
A bunch of car guys got together and said it'd be good if we did something outside the car show season, because in South Florida, the car show season runs from the October to late April, early May timeframe, and then the rainy season really kicks in and it gets a bit too hot in the summer. So what we felt would be good to do is a early morning Saturday, 7:30 to 10:30, following up on the Cars and Coffee phenomenon that's come on in the last 5 or 10 years. And it now has become an event around the US. So what we have here is a 1959 British Daimler SP250, or better known as the Donmar Dart. Donmar made all the Queen's coaches and saloons with a hemispherical motor designed by Daimler. And what they decided to do in '59 was to make a sports car and put one of the hemispherical motors in the car. They put the 2.6 in the car. It's a fiberglass body car. This happens to be an A-spec, so it's the first specification made in early '59, about 145 horsepower. This car was picked up at an auction and was redone about 5 years ago. It was a bit more of a maroon red than it is now, but when we resprayed it the brighter red. I like red cars.
Well, that's it for this episode of Cars and Coffee from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.